The first thing I want to say is welcome. And we will start the sequence out today, warming up. We're going to take deep breaths through our nose, and then we will exhale out through our mouth, breathing through our diaphragm and calming our nervous system. Taking deep breaths in, and then we'll exhale out. And then we're going to start into our first exercise. We will roll our shoulders up to our ears and roll them back. And then we're going to roll and just really feel that release throughout your shoulder blades. And just bring your shoulders up as far as you can up into your ears and then roll back towards the back wall. Really releasing all that tension that we get in between our shoulder blades. And now we'll just come forward and we'll bring our shoulders up as far as we can to our ears and just round our back and roll forward, breathing in and breathing out and really feeling the release in your shoulders. And then we'll continue just one more time, and then we'll go into some neck exercises, and we're going to start working our neck. We're going to take our hand and pull our neck, and you can support yourself with the other hand on the mat and just really feel that release all up the side of your neck. And then you can just kind of move your neck around and rotate it around and just really get a release in your neck. Breathing in and breathing out. And then just taking another big, deep cleansing breath, breathing in through your nose and exhaling out through your mouth. And then we'll get ready to work the other side. And we'll take the opposite hand on our ear and pull our neck over to the side, and you can support yourself with the other hand. And just really feel that release and just move your neck around, getting that circulation all throughout your neck and making sure that you're inhaling and exhaling and getting those wonderful cleansing breaths as we work out all the tightness that we feel in our neck. Then we'll move right into neck rolls. We're going to roll our neck. And I'm only rolling halfway. And we'll just bring our chin down to our chest and then roll over to the other side, and just stopping and holding your neck in places that it feels good and releasing all that tension in our neck and breathing in and breathing out. And just continue on as long as you need to and as long as it feels good to you. And keep rolling your neck and rolling out all that tension. And then we're going to continue warming up and loosening up our shoulders and the back of our neck. And we're going to do some seated cat and cow with your hands interlaced behind your head. You are going to round forward and really feeling that up your whole spine. And then we'll arch up to the ceiling and then we'll just round back over, really feeling that stretch, and come up again and look up at the ceiling, really arching and then rounding, breathing in and breathing out. And then we'll come back up, lifting your chest all the way up to the ceiling and then rounding. And then we'll do it a couple more times. Breathing in and breathing out, and then rounding and really feeling that throughout your whole spine and enjoying the release. And then we'll come up and we'll get ready now for our arm circles. And we're going to circle our arms back towards the back wall, getting the circulation going throughout your shoulders. This is wonderful in shoulder health. And then we will come forward, really circulating and feeling that release in your shoulders. And breathing in and breathing out. And now we're going to do wide circles. And we're going back towards the back wall with big, huge, wide circles. Really releasing and getting that circulation in your shoulder blades and in between your shoulder blades. And then we'll reverse and we'll come forward, just like you're swimming. Big, huge circles. Really getting the circulation going. If you're sitting at a desk or a computer or at a phone, this is wonderful for rounded shoulders. Breathe in and breathe out and really enjoy the release in your shoulders. And then we'll go right into some overhead arm stretches, making sure that your hips stay grounded into the mat and looking up under your armpit, really feeling that stretch all throughout your side. And you'll come up and get situated for the other side. And you'll raise your arm up and look up under your armpit and keeping your hips grounded onto the mat, taking big breaths in and breathe out and come up out of it. And we'll get situated and ready for our cross body arm swings. We're going to swing opposite arms back and forth. And again, this is wonderful for getting circulation and blood flow into those painful areas. Breathe in and breathe out and just swing your arms back and forth. Now we're going to do something similar. We're going to spread our arms and cross them and give yourself a big hug. And then we'll open our arms again. And then on opposite arms, we'll give ourselves a big hug. And opposite arms, we'll give ourselves a big hug. Breathe in and breathe out and really stretch your arms and hug yourself. And spread your arms and really hug yourself. And spread your arms and give yourself a big hug. And while you're hugging, apply a little resistance in order to really feel that stretch in between your shoulder blades. Really hug yourself. And breathe in and breathe out. And then we'll go into our tricep stretch. We're going to take our arm over our head and grab your elbow and apply resistance, pulling it back, really feeling that stretch in your tricep. And just enjoy that release that you feel. And then we'll reverse and do the opposite arm. We're going to place the arm behind your head and take the opposite hand, pulling your elbow back towards the back wall. Breathe in and breathe out. And we'll move into our over the chest arm stretch. You will pull your arm in towards your chest with the other opposite arm. And then just kind of move your neck around and get some circulation into your neck. And then we'll do the opposite arm. You're going to pull your arm into your chest and then just move your neck around very gently, being very, very careful and getting all the kinks out of your neck. And then we'll release our arms and get ready for head turns. We're going to turn our head and look over our shoulder, and then we're going to look over the opposite shoulder and look forward, and then look again over your shoulder, and then come back and then look over your opposite shoulder. And this is great for getting circulation into your neck, which will help with neck stiffness and pain. And then we'll look over the opposite shoulder. Breathe in and breathe out and look over your shoulder and look forward and then look over your shoulder. Breathe in and breathe out, calming your nervous system, breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. And now from all fours, we're going to go into a child's pose with your toes together and your arms stretched out and elongating your spine. You're going to stretch and enjoy the release. And then we will come up and we're going to do some cat and cow. We're going to round our shoulders and then we're going to arch. And then we're going to round and come back into child's pose. Breathe in and breathe out and really stretch out your spine and come back up and round into cow and arch into cat and round into cow and then back into child's pose. Really stretching out and feeling that release in your spine. And then we will come up and we'll go right into our puppy pose with your arms stretched out in front of you, elongating your spine and your tailbone up towards the ceiling. Really enjoy that release all throughout your whole spine. Taking deep cleansing breaths in and breathing out, and we'll come up again. And then we'll do it again. We'll stretch into puppy pose one more time. And then from all fours, we're going to do another set of child's pose. And then we're going to combine it with a cobra stretch. We'll come down into child's pose and then we'll come up and we will stretch into cobra. Really feeling that in your lower back. And then we'll come up and hinge down into child's pose, breathing in and breathing out. And then we will stretch and come back up again into cobra. Really feeling that stretch in your spine. And we'll come back into child's pose and elongate your spine. And breathing in and breathing out, and then we will arch back up into cobra. And come back down and stretch into child's pose. And then we'll come back into cobra one more time. Breathe in and breathe out and enjoy that stretch, and then you'll come up again. And now we'll get ready for our hip flexor stretch. You want to have your knee over your ankle, and then you're going to hinge forward, really feeling that stretch in your inner thighs and in your hips. And just melt into the pose, and then we'll come up, and then we're going to do it again. We're going to hinge forward with our hips tilted, looking up and arching and being very careful with your lower back. We don't want to hurt ourselves. We only want to stretch as far as what is comfortable, and then we'll do it again. And just really enjoy that release in your hips. It's wonderful for sciatica or for any kind of tight hips. And so now we'll do it again on the other side, and we're going to place our knee over our ankle, and then we're going to hinge forward, raising our hips up in an upward direction, and then we'll come out of it, and then we will do it again. We're going to tilt our hips forward, really getting a release in your hips and arching and looking up. And then we'll come out of it. And then we're going to do it one more time. Just really feel that stretch, and only stretch as far as you can. You do not want to hurt yourself or your lower back. You only want to do what is comfortable for you. And now we're going to do a back extension on our knees and with our palms laced together. We're going to arch our back. We're going to breathe in and breathe out and come back and look up at the ceiling and pull your arms and your shoulder blades back. What you want to do is you want to pull your shoulders back and expand your chest, really getting a release. And now we'll get situated on the mat for a seated pigeon pose. And you'll pull your legs up into your chest with a straight spine, really releasing your glutes and your hips. Just making sure you're keeping a straight spine while you're bringing your legs up into your chest. And just enjoying that stretch. Then we'll release that leg, and then we're going to take the opposite leg and put the ankle over the knee, and then scoot your leg up into your chest with a straight spine, really feeling the release in your hips and in your glutes. And then you can just kind of rock back and forth, which I find to be very, very helpful in releasing your hips, is to just, rock back and forth. And now we'll come over to the other side. You're going to put your ankle over your knee with a straight spine, and you're going to move your legs close up to your chest. Taking a deep breath in and breathing out. And then you'll just rock those legs back and forth. Just rocking back and forth and releasing all that tension in your hips. Then just reverse your legs, putting the opposite ankle over the opposite knee and pulling them close into your chest. And then just rocking them back and forth and breathing in and breathing out and feeling that release throughout your hips. And then just continue holding that pose and releasing all that tension and enjoying the stretch, breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. And then we'll release out of it, and we will come on to the mat on our stomach with our forearms in front of us, getting ready for our Cobra pose. And so we will take our hands, the palm of our hands, and push up into the mat, arching your back and really feeling that in your lower back, breathing in and breathing out. And then we'll come down slowly, releasing all that tension. And then we will stretch back into the Cobra, really feeling that throughout your whole spine and in your lower back. And then we will release back down to the mat. And then just take a little break and just rest onto the mat for a second before we go into our next pose. And now we are going to use a block or a pillow or whatever you have to release our neck and to help with neck stiffness and neck pain. And you will place your forehead on the block or the pillow, and you will just rotate your hips from side to side and effortlessly moving your head and rolling your head on the block. But there's no effort in this. You are just using your hips and digging your knees into the mat from side to side to move and to rotate your neck back and forth. Breathing in and breathing out and just releasing your neck. And now we will come up out of that. And then we're going to turn around and get situated on our backs. And we're going to place the block or the pillow or whatever you have underneath the back part of your head, and you're just going to lay there and enjoy the release in your neck. And now you will take 2 blocks or 2 pillows or whatever you have. You'll place one in between your shoulder blades and one under your head, and then you will just lay back and let your legs fall open and your palms to the ceiling. And this is wonderful for your posture. And just lay there and release the tension in your back. And just lay there and just quiet your mind and breathe in and breathe out and relax your nervous system and relax every muscle in your body that you worked so hard. So now take a deep cleansing breath in through your nose and out through your mouth, and just relax your body. And I want to thank you for showing up today and working out with me. And I really hope that this has helped you with your shoulder pain and your neck pain. And I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye, friends.